What's up, guys? So I just passed the phase one of my 5%ers profit account, and I've actually gotten the phase two logins. Alright, so by next week I'm going to be trading the phase two. But before I do that, I would like to show you guys all the trades that I took this week that actually helped me to pass that phase one account. Alright, so without wasting much of your time, let's just dive right into the chart. So on Monday, this is the first trade that I took. And before I took this trade, I actually sent it to my Telegram channel right here, and I posted it on my Telegram channel. I told them I was gonna take this trade. Let's see how it goes from here. But unfortunately, the trade actually hit my stop loss. Now, the reason I actually took this trade is because we are actually at a higher time frame bullish order block on GBP USD. So this is a daily order block. Let me draw it out. This is a daily order block. This is the closing of the daily order block. But when I saw Euro, I look at Euro and DXY, they have already traded into the bullish order block. Euro have traded into the bullish order block. So in my mind, I was like, okay, if Euro have traded into the bullish order block, that means GBP might just rally up without going into the closing of the bullish order block. So that's why I took this trade right here. Alright, I waited for New York section. When New York section came out, I took the trade. I saw a confirmation entry, then I entered the trade, but it actually hit my stop loss right here. So that's how I lost this trade. And on my Telegram channel, I also updated them right here. So I lost the trade right here. So this is the first trade I took this week on this 5K account. Now on Tuesday, when price traded into this bullish order block very well, then on Tuesday I waited for price to give me a confirmation entry so that I can take trades to the upside. But look at what happened right here. On the 15 minutes time frame, we came down, took out this low, broke market structure to the upside, and there's a fair value gap here, there's a fair value gap here. So I mark out this fair value gap. Alright, I was expecting price to get into this fair value gap, then I'll take a trade to the upside, which I also posted in my Telegram channel right here. So I told them I was gonna take a trade from here, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And I didn't even take the trade on GBP USD. That was the crazy part. I didn't take it on GBP USD. I took this trade on Euro USD. Alright, let me go to Euro USD. The reason is because Euro USD and GBP USD, they are both correlated pairs. So whatever is happening on GBP USD is likely to happen on Euro USD. Alright. So on Euro USD, this was my first entry. This was my first entry at this point. This is a 15 minutes, I think a 15 minutes, 5 minutes fair value gap. I don't want to go down into the lower time frame so that this video won't be very long. I don't want to make it very long, but I got in around here. But let me just go down to the 5 minutes time frame. So on the 5 minutes time frame, the reason I actually got into this trade is because this is actually an hourly order block. So this line right here is a 1 hour order block. Then when it hit it at this point, I went to the 5 minutes time frame to look for a confirmation entry. Sorry, I went to the 3 minutes time frame to look for a confirmation entry, and I found a confirmation entry right here. But when I took the trade, I realized that there was a low that looks like a liquidity. So I had to take the trade off. So when I saw that low that looked like a liquidity on the 3 minutes time frame, I had to take it off. Now the moment I took it off, price actually came down. So assuming I was actually on that trade, it would have hit me out right here on this move right here. But I took it out, and I also posted it on my Telegram channel. Let me show you guys. So this is the trade, Euro USD, Euro USD. So I actually placed 2 positions. So I took both of them out. At the moment I took both of them out, it actually went down and came down to where my stop loss was resting. Although I've already gone out of the trade. Right, on the first one, okay, I didn't place these 2 positions at the same time. If you look at the time, you see that they are not actually at the same time. So the first one was this one, and the second one was this one. So I'll show you guys the second one and why I actually took that second trade. All right, so when price actually took out my stop loss level, it rallied up again. At the moment it rallied up, I realized that an SMT divergence formed between Euro USD and GBP USD, which is this thing right here, this line right here. An SMT divergence formed between Euro USD and GBP USD. I was like, okay, that's a good signal for me to take a trade right now. So I went in again, but there was a sell-side liquidity resting up below this candle right here. So if I go to the 1 minute time frame, you guys should see very clear, but I'm not going to drop down into the 1 minute time frame, so this video is not going to be too long. Then I went in on the trade. At the moment I went in,
there's a candlestick I actually look out for whenever I'm in a trade. When a candlestick doesn't have a low, just like this one right here. This one right here doesn't have a low. I'll anticipate price to, okay, this one has a low. So there's a kind of candlestick I look out for. This is something I've actually understand. This is actually something I've noticed due to how long I've been in the industry. I've been studying that type of candlesticks. So whenever I see such candlestick, I know that, okay, price is going to drop down again to take out the low of that candlestick. So when I saw it on the 10 minutes time frame, I'm like, okay, I am going to cut this trade off because I've already gotten in at this point and price has already traded down. So I wanted it to come up so that I'll take it off. All right. So when price actually came up, I took it off and it didn't actually come back down to that, what's it called, to that candlestick. All right. Now I realized that whenever there's an SMC divergence, that candlestick doesn't get traded to. So this is something I've actually learned by myself. Nobody taught me this thing. I just learned it because I've been in the chart. I've been looking at the chart, studying the candlestick and all this kind of stuff. So that's how I actually learned it. And whenever there is an SMT divergence, price doesn't trade below that candlestick. And as you can see right here, there was actually an SMT divergence. So that's why price didn't trade below it. So this trade, I actually took it off. Okay, I think I was scared or something. I was scared that I'm going to lose. All right, I don't know what just came into me. I can't really tell. So the moment I took it out, it didn't come down again. It was just going up, and all of a sudden, price just went to my TP straight, like straight up. Just went to my TP and hit my TP. Well, I wasn't on the trade, and this is the trade right here, the second one. So this is the trade right here, second one. I didn't make any loss, and no profit was made. But at the same time, the profit actually took out the commission. I think it's about $5 commission. They actually took it, so that was a loss for me. A kind of a loss, but it wasn't really a loss. So on Wednesday, the trade I took on Wednesday was on GBP USD. Yes, and this one is going to be very crazy. You guys need to pay close attention here. This trade is very, very crazy, a crazy one for that matter. So this is actually an hourly breaker block, and price traded into it during London Open. Immediately London Open, price was already into this hourly breaker block. So I looked for a confirmation entry on the 1 minute time frame, which I actually saw, and I placed a limit order. This is crazy. This trade is crazy. I placed a limit order and price didn't come down to tap me in. It was just going. Look at this move right here. All this move from here to this point, I wasn't in on this trade. And I'm like, what the hell? After I missed the one of yesterday, this one is trying to do the same thing. So there was a lot of tension. I was feeling a lot of tension. So I'm like, man, I can't miss this move. I can't miss this move. So what I did was, when price came down, when the price was coming down at this point, it got to this point and it started going back up. I'm like, what the hell is going on right here? So I'm like, is this actually retracing back from this fair value gap, this 15 minutes fair value guy? I'm like, nah, I can't miss this move again. So I had to, when price got to this point and I started going down, I was happy that price is actually going down. So I'm like, if price gets down to this point, I'm going to take a trade. And this is actually a 5 minutes fair value gap. All right, I don't want to start going through those time frames, so that this video is not going to be too long. So price actually traded down into this 5 minutes fair value gap. Now when it got into it, I placed a trade ASAP, risking 1% on my account, and my stop loss was right here. That's the crazy part. My stop loss was right here, and the momentum to the downside was just crazy. And price came down and took me out. For real, it took me out. I was so frustrated. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell is going on right here? So the moment it took me out with this candlestick right here, it hasn't traded down to this fair value gap. This is also a 5 minutes fair value gap where I later got in, because the moment it took me out, I'm like, nah, this trade is going up. I'm already looking at a buy side liquidity. Look at these highs right here. These highs, these are all buy side liquidity. I'm like, what the hell is happening right here? Look at this buy side liquidity. This thing looks very clean not to be taken out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this trade again. I'm going to take it again. So I broke my rule on Wednesday and I set a limit order. Price came down, tapped me in on this leg right here. So the moment it took me out from this one, it tapped me in on this one again. Then my stop loss was around here. Then price went up, came down. We're just consolidating for like, I don't know, maybe about 2 hours. I think. It was consolidating for like 5 hours. Yeah, that was 5 hours. One was just consolidating for like 5 hours. I was just watching the trade, and all of a sudden my device turned off. When my device turned off, I actually went to a friend's place to plug it. And when I got there, I just plugged it and left it. I came back home. So after some time, I went back to take it. When I just opened my NT5, I saw that the trade has already hit TP. I was so happy that this trade hit TP because, man, if it didn't hit TP, I would have been losing like 2% of my account on Wednesday, which is something I have never done since I started trading. I started trading profit. So I was just so happy that this trade actually hit TP, and this was like a move of 1 to 4 to reward, which actually gave me 4% on my account. So let me show you guys on Wednesday. This is the move. So I anticipated it. I've already analyzed it. I also analyzed Euro USD and DXY. There. So when that shit happened, I was like, man, this is not happening. I'm definitely going to take this trade. I'm definitely going to take it again. That's why I took the trade again. And it actually hits TP, which I also posted in my Telegram channel. Now this was when I set the limit order. This one right here. Assuming the limit order was tapped in, I would have passed this phase 1 account like on Wednesday. I would have passed it on Wednesday, but I wasn't lucky, or should I say I wasn't tapped in. I'm not like using the word lucky. So this is the trade when Euro USD hits TP, GBP USD. This is DXY. DXY hits TP and GBP USD smash TP. Right, so these are the trades that actually took. Now this is the first one, GBP USD, the first one I took, which I told you guys that it hit my stop loss before I took another one, which was this one. Then the second one was this one, and it gave me about $248. So it covered my losses, and still my account was still up by 4%. So that's how I was able to make 4% in a single trade. Alright, so that's the power of risk to reward. Now on Thursday, this was the trade I took on Thursday. I'm not just going to explain much about this, so I'm going to upload a video so you guys should see how I anticipated this thing to form.
So I'm currently into this trade right now. This is GBP USD, and this is a bullish order block on the 2-hour time frame. So I saw the bullish order block even before London opened. So I was like, okay, I think today is going to form London delay protraction. So I waited for a confirmation entry on the lower time frame. I got in at the 10 minutes time frame. So this is my entry point, this is my stop loss, and this is my TP. So I'm not going to be recording this thing because it takes a lot of time before this thing hits TP. So I don't really have the patience to start waiting because I need to be doing other stuff. So this is my TP point, and this is about 30 something pips. If I'm able to get this 30 something pips, then I'm going to pass phase 1 of my 5% profit account. I'll pass phase 1 today if I hit TP on this trade right here. All right, so I'll keep you guys posted. Whatever this thing do, I'll let you guys know later. All right, so here's an update on the trade I told you guys I was gonna take. So after I took the trade, it actually went up, took out this first buy side liquidity, then price later dropped and took out my stop loss. Well, I wasn't on the trade because the moment price got to this point, I made the profit target I need to make on my 5% phase 1 account. So I was able to make the profit target, which was 8%. So this trade helped me to pass my phase 1 account. So right now I've actually passed my phase 1. I just got the phase 2 login, and I'm going to be trading it from next week. All right, so this is just a little update on the trade I took. It didn't hit my stop loss, it didn't hit my TP, but it gave me profit. So a win is a win.
So on my 5% account, my profit account, this is my profit account right here. As you can see, profit target has been met, $431. I actually made about $31 plus, and this is the profitable days was 3 out of 3. And here is my graph. So on this day, this is the initial balance of $5,000. I traded it, I made about $124, and I lost some. Then I went back up by $134. Then all of a sudden it was just dropping. I was having losing streak, or am I just gonna say I wasn't taking much trade, all right? Because some of them was just trade that hits break even, some of them was trade that closed automatically. So it looks like it was dropping, but it wasn't really dropping. And this was the GBP USD trade I took, which actually resulted in a 1% loss. It dropped down, then dropped down to $4,974. Then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but after I took the second trade, I made about 4%, which actually put my account up by $200, all right? So it went back to $5,219. Then this was the one I now took on Thursday, which is the one I just watched right now. On Thursday, it gave me the full 4%, the full 8%, sorry, full 8%. So I made 4% Wednesday and I made 4% Thursday. So my account was up. That was how I was able to pass these accounts. Right, now look at the total trades I took. It's about 15. I did this thing in less than 2 weeks. Right, I passed phase 1 in less than 2 weeks. 15 trades where I think they're counting all the trades I took in a whole. Like if I take like 3 positions on one particular trade, they also count it. So that's why it's 15 as total. Best profit is about 245. All right. Biggest loss. So imagine my biggest loss is $48. My biggest loss is $48. Average profit is 121. Average loss is 17. Expectancy is $28. All right. So average trade size. So the average loss that I use is about 0.51. So average trade duration. I don't think this is correct. Well, okay, it's average. Average trade duration is about 1 hour because at the time I hold the trade for like 8 hours. I took it by London and I closed it by London close, which is crazy. I'm a day trader, not a scalper, so that's the reason why you see this kind of things. And profit factor 3.43, win rates that 3%. But this guy like are smoking sorry. I don't think my win rate is that 3%, yeah. But it might be. I'm not sure. I've not actually calculated it. Maybe they are right, but when I trade the phase 2, then I'll see if this thing is actually correct. Because while I actually make profits, okay, the reason why I actually make this much profit is because my risk to reward is actually high. I go for 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 7. It just depends on where the liquidity rests on that day, and I hold my trades to the hit TP or till I get to the point of the profit target I'm looking for. Alright, so just like the one I took on Thursday, I didn't wait for it to hit TP. I closed it once I made the 8% complete. That's a reasonable thing to do because nobody with the right sense will actually allow that trade to hit TP. So you come and show off on internet. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. As long as I just hit that profit target, I just close the trade automatically. I didn't even wait for it to even give me like more percent. I just closed it. So my win rate starts 3%. I'm not sure, but I think I need to pay close attention to that. Let me confirm. So these are all the trades I took. Alright. So I wasn't risking much. For real. Like this is a win, $61, 145, 245. Now look at my losses. Pay close attention to my losses. $48. This one I closed it. This one is a commission. This one is a loss. $11. This one is a loss. 22. $5 is a loss. $15 is a loss. Then page 2, $8 is a loss. $46 is a loss. 26. Then okay, $26 is not a loss, it's a win. 128 is a win. So I don't risk too much. I risk 1% per trade, but it looks like it's not even much because of my risk to reward. Yeah, because when I'm making like $200, risking just $50 or for something dollars, that's really massive. You know, I think my real rate is the thing that is giving me a good edge. Should I put it that way? So 5% that actually gave me $5 bonus. So if I want to buy an account, they will cut off $5 from the money I was supposed to pay. Alright. But that was nice, sure. But just that these $5 have a time limit, so it's going to expire in May. So if I'm not able to use it by May, it's going to expire. Now, if you want to sign up with this prof firm, you can use the link in the description box below. This is a prof firm I actually use and I actually recommend them. But do your own research, alright? Don't just jump into it because you feel like I recommended it. You can also do your own research. But a friend of mine actually got some payouts from them. So that is one of the reasons why I actually recommend it. And to sign up, you can use the link in the description box below. They'll give you, I think, 5% off, or I think 5% off, yeah, on your first sign up. Alright. I think it's currently running right now, so they'll give 5% off. I was supposed to be doing the recording that I normally do. I record it when I enter the trade. I record it until it hits my TP or my stop loss. But currently, I don't really have that much capacity or that much time to be doing that. So you guys should just bear with me because I also love watching that shit. Like I love watching it. Whenever I'm done recording it, I'll just go back and play it and see how the candlestick was just moving when I was trading it. It gives me joy, not gonna lie, and I believe you guys enjoy it as well. But there's nothing I can do. Maybe when I get another device or another PC, I might just place it somewhere else, then record it. Then later on I can upload it. But for now, I'm just using one PC, so I really need to be using it for something else. I can't really keep my PC dormant and be recording the trade. So that's why I didn't upload such video on this one, right? So if you love what I'm doing right here, you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn on the notification bell. So to join my Telegram channel, you can also use the link in the description box below. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video.